This is your morning in 8 minutes. Tennessee's legislative session has officially come to an end.
The 114th General Assembly wrapped up its regular session yesterday evening. Lawmakers from the House and the Senate passed a number of bills, some with restrictions on THCA sales and stopping the diversity efforts in college admissions decisions. Another bill that passed was Governor Lee's nearly $60 billion budget. $500 million will go toward disaster aid, $640 million in new education spending, and a $370 million bump in funding for public safety.
He also sent a bill to ban Glock switches to the governor's desk. These switches turn semi-automatic handguns fully automatic, able to fire up to 1,200 rounds a minute. If Governor Lee signs the ban into law, it'll be a Class C felony to now own one. That adds a heftier jail sentence for offenders. Now, a similar bill was proposed last year, but that was shot down. Lawmakers at the time saying it was a federal issue and not a state one. Meanwhile, a controversial bill centered around undocumented students will not go through this year.
This comes after weeks of debate and protests at the state capitol. The bill would have allowed Tennessee schools to charge these students tuition or refuse to enroll them. The big concern is a financial analysis that found the state could lose $1.2 billion per year in federal education funding because the proposal violates federal laws. But the Tennessee Immigrant and Refugee Rights Coalition says there was far too much opposition for the bill to get out of committee. Well, heads up if you've got a pile of brush you're trying to get rid of. Yeah, the state says you need to get a burn permit. That's something they do around this time every single year for debris and yard waste. That window is from now to May 15th. The State Department of Agriculture says it's meant to minimize the fire risks. Restrictions apply for burning things like leaves, branches, limbs, and yard trimmings. They say burning without a permit can lead to a fine or up to 30 days in jail. In Cott County, leaders are figuring out where they want to spend the $3.7 million coming from the state. It's all part of Tennessee's new budget. One mom hopes it will go to fix roads that were damaged by Helene. She has been volunteering to take kids to school in her area since the bus still can't reach their neighborhood because of the damage. County Mayor Rob Mathis tells us roads are a priority, but not all of them are the county's responsibility. He says many are FEMA projects, but the mayor says he's hopeful and grateful to be making steps in the right direction. As you pick out your outfit this morning, think about joining us and wearing some orange.
Yeah, we're not talking about the Vols. We're talking about supporting TDOT crews during this Work Zone Awareness Week. You can see the Henley Street Bridge lit up this morning. Now, when you hit the road, TDOT reminds you, slow down, move over for crews who are working. We did sit down with TDOT spokesperson Mark Nagy earlier this week. He says construction around the area is going to be picking up. He has said so far this year, 35 TDOT trucks have been hit.
Some people living in Maryville are concerned about a more than 80-year-old quarry blocking their views.
Vulcan Materials, who manages the quarry, held 2 meetings to address their concerns. Some neighbors say they just want the quarry to go away. Others, like the Blunt United Rush soccer team and special growers, they say the benefit from the land that Vulcan gives them. Vulcan is willing to lower the height of the rocks and add vegetation to make it less noticeable to homes nearby. This is all in the very early stages of planning right now. It's still a few months away before officials plan to bring this to City Council. We'll let you know when that time comes. And the Blount County Sheriff's Office putting out a warning about traffic this morning ahead of a big music festival there this weekend.
The Rock the Country Festival is coming to Maple Lane Farms in Greenback. Big names like Nickelback, Kid Rock, and Leonard Skinner are playing. Up to 15,000 people are expected to be there. The Sheriff's Office says you can expect traffic impacts starting Thursday, running through Sunday. Sheriff James Barong asks you, have a good time while staying safe and exhibiting good citizenship. And with that traffic mess, we do want to get a look at how the roads look this morning with Olivia.
Yeah, guys, we definitely want everyone to stay safe this weekend. So we're starting out with a live look right now at the roads in Maryville. You can see not too many cars out there. See a little bit of yellow. That means some people are on the roads, but not too many slowdowns. As far as morning commute hotspots go, 75 south, start to see a few more cars. Other than that, everything is looking good. So let's take a couple live looks. I-40 at Walker Springs, east and westbound lanes moving right there. 640 at Western Avenue, westbound lanes still moving. We're starting to see more cars in those westbound lanes. And one more look, 75 at Merchant Drive, north and southbound lanes are moving, but we are starting to see that congestion pick up just a little bit in those southbound lanes this morning.
6:55, here's a live look at some of the fog in parts of our area. Downtown Knoxville right now, for example, I've watched this fog come over from South Knoxville, then retreat back. Right now, you can see it crossing the river into downtown Knoxville. Notice we're up into the upper parts of these buildings here, though. So as you come uphill, for example, you could drive into a pocket of thicker fog. And that's the up and down visibility we have right here in the valley. Plateau, Southern Valley, and notice a little patchier, northeast Tennessee to southeastern Kentucky. Layer that fog with some clouds and again spotty rain. Got a spot in McMinn County, another speck here that popped up in Blunt, headed over into Sevier County, so triggering a couple of showers and storms at times today. Right now it's 59 with the layers of clouds and fog. Knoxville, 60 Kingston, 61 Athens with that rain, to 48 Williamsburg. It's clearer for you. So as we roll through the day and just create spotty pop-ups, you can see it dancing along parts of the valley, mountains and plateau, a little more scattered on the evening hours here before we have a few more storms at times throughout the day tomorrow. So notice we kind of hold off to a better coverage by the end of the day. That's why you want that rain gear with you. Just like we have spotty rain developing now, it'll stay isolated until the evening, letting the temperatures warm up even more. 68 at 11, 74 at 1. High today is 78. But we're going to knock those temperatures around the next couple of days as we do have some on and off rain and storms. Again, I've got a cold front that's on the way that I'm tracking for you on the CW at 7 o'clock. So be sure to join us.
All right, Heather, thank you so much. Olivia's keeping her eye on that fog affecting your morning commute. We are headed over to the CW. We hope you join us on this Wednesday.